I excused myself and went there. All my partners were gathered. I was in the family section, where only family members were present. As I went there, everyone congratulated me, and I received it with a smile. Jungkook. I turned on the voice and see who was calling me. As I turned, see Mr. Kang was standing. How are you, young man? He said while hugging me, and I smiled. Very well, sir. What about you? I asked, and looking at him. I'm good. Congrats on your wedding. I'm so sorry I can't attend it, but see, I'm here to enjoy your reception, Mr. Kang said, and I nodded with a smile. It's really good to see you, sir. Where is Kai? I asked, and at the same time, someone put his hand on my shoulder. I turned, and there he was Kai. He was the son of Mr. Kang, who was our business partner in construction business. Kai was also my friend. We know each other from London when I went there to study. Congrats, he said while hugging me. Thank you, I said, and Mr. Kang left both of us alone. So, where is my brother-in-law? He asked, and I pointed toward them. Oh, come on. I hate that. When family sections were divided. Why do you want to divide it? My eyes were looking at the beauty. He asked, and I was understanding what he was saying. There is no beauty in the world without them. He winked, and I sighed. Cook, Mom is. I turned on the voice to see Jimin, who was calling me. Yes, I turned to him. Mom is calling you. I'm going cook, he said and turned to go. Hey, they call. And he turned. Hey Jungkook, who is he? Kai asked, and I suspect that while looking at Jimin, my brother, and Jimin, this is my friend Kai. I introduced them. Cook, Mom is waiting. Do your voice come? And I nodded. I looked at Kai, whose eyes were shining, and I didn't like the way he looked at Jimin. I held Jimin's hand. Come, I said, and took a step to go. Can I join you? Kai asked, and I nodded. But truly, I didn't want him to be around, because his eyes were continuously on Jimin. We walked back in, and that instructed Jimin to stay away from him. And he was. He just wanted a time pass always. Everyone was like a challenge to him. And I know he didn't change. I walked up to the stage where my bride was living with Jimin and you. Mom started introduced me to her friends, and they were smiling looking at me. Guests who were congratulating him. May I give you all the attention, please? We turned on the voice and saw Namjoon standing with a mic in his hand. As he named, the great business, John Jungkook, is married, and today we are here to congratulate him and his beautiful wife. But I think this evening is incomplete without the dance of the beautiful couple. What do you think? Namjoon said, and all, while me and Taekook started, we looked at each other and then to everyone who was waiting for us to start for dance. I looked at Taekook, who was looking so scared. Come on, Cook, Jacob yelled, and I again started clapping. I could see some of the reporters were taking pictures of event, and also they were waiting for us to step down for the dance. It took a step to her hand, again holding mine and stopping him. I turned to Tae, was so nervous. I can't do this, they whispered looking at me. Trust me, come, I said and held his hand and stepped down from the stage. The light turned off and a spotlight captured us. I can't dance. I don't know how. They whispered again and holding me tightly. Just follow me. I said and nodded. I took his left hand and put it on my shoulder while I held his other hand in mine, taking his hand down to the waist. I hesitantly encircled my hand around his waist, bringing him a little closer, and the cheeks got red. The music started, and I started moving. He was looking so nervous, trying to match his step with me. He was scared to fail and to be in embarrassment. Look at me, I said in the look in my eyes. Keep looking and say at me, and just free yourself to me. Moving aside, I smiled, but I was really lost in watching Tae. His eyes were really not allowing me to move from them. Tae, you come running and hug Tae. I smiled, looking at him who was blushing. I was smiling. The happiness on the face of my parents and siblings was giving me happiness. Soon the dinner was served, and we all have our dinner. Jungkook, guests are taking a leave, so I think you and Taeyong should go drive to home. We are also going. Mom said and I nodded. One by one, the all guests started having after dinner. They took their leave. Taeyong's parents also leave, blessing us both. Okay, son, see you at home. Dad said and I nodded. I looked at Tae who was seated alone on the chair. I walked to him. Taeyong, I called him and he looked up. Taeyong, he called me and my name. My heart was jumping in my chest. I looked up at him who was standing in front of. He was looking so handsome in that brown suit. My eyes fixed on his board. I was again lost in looking at him. He snapped his finger in front of me and I immediately lowered my head. Shit, not again, Tae. I scowled myself. Then I find him sitting next to me. I waited for him to say something. Shall we go? He asked and I nodded. Without saying anything, I followed him and we both walked out. The cold air touched me and I immediately covered myself with the coat. His family were gone and only we both were left. Walking to the car, I was shivering with cold. The start of the winter was really making the night was cold. As we sat in the car, he started driving. It was all quiet. So was he. I slowly took off the necklace I was wearing to get easy and placed it in front of on the dashboard. I want to talk to you. His voice broke the silence of the car and I turned to him. He stopped the car and I was still waiting for him to say something. Come, let me show you my favorite place, he said, and I saw him taking off his coat. He stepped out and opened the door of my side. Holding my hand, he pulled me out. Cold air was touched me and I shivered. He laughed looking at me. I saw him folding his sleeve till his forearm and then leaned down to remove his socks and shoes. What are you doing? It was cold and I said and got up. And it's on, he said and took off the coat. Your shoes. He said, and slowly take off them. As my feet touched the cold ground, a sensation of coldness ran inside my body, placing our shoes and my coat inside the car. He held my hand and started walking. I could hear the voice of water, the cold wind, the shining moon, and everything was looking so beautiful. We just keep walking on wet sand. The wet and cold sand touching our feet were making us shiver. Cold air were playing with us. He just kept moving and moving closer to the water. And I was really shivering. I'm feeling so cold, I said, holding his arm tightly. I know, me too, he said while turning to me. I saw his cheeks in red and our hands were freezing and we were really stupid standing on a beach at 8 in the night with barefoot. Your nose, he said and took a step closer. His finger touched my nose. It was red. Here too, I said, and look at his nose. I'm not very stupid to be here in this winter, he asked, and I nodded. My teeth were chattering, and with saw him. I rubbed my both hands to warm them. As I looked up, he was looking at me. I freeze. As he stepped closer, until he was few inches away from me, taking his hand toward my hair. I like your hair, he confessed, made me blush and happy. I lowered my eyes and held my hand, and with other, he was playing with my hair locks, teasing me. His closeness was making me nervous. You wanted to say something, I said, and dared to look up at him. He said and tucked my hair behind my ear, taking a lock. In his finger, he just kept playing with it, and I was looking at him for waiting what he wanted to say about our honeymoon. I hope you won't mind because I postponed it for a week. He said and I looked up at him. You know, right, that I have a lot of work. I know I'm doing this wrong, but believe me, as my work will finish, I will take you out with me. He said and I smiled on his sweetness. I don't have a problem, I simply said, looking at his eyes. He smiled and I joined him. Will you join me? He asked and I looked at him confused. Where? I asked and he smiled, but this time his smile was not simple, but something was fishy. To the water, he said, holding my hand, and I started. What? I asked as I thought I heard him wrong. Come with me to the water, he said, and my eyes go wide. It's so cold, I said and I laughed. I know, and that's fun, he said, and turned to the water.